your ex's mother or a mother figure ruined everything, okay? I'm hearing your ex allowed them to interfere so much, and this is really important. Your ex, have now lost the person, which is you, that they loved the most, okay? They did not protect you, they crossed your boundaries, and I'm feeling there's a lot of regret there, okay? But I'm also hearing, is it too late? I feel very strongly today that your ex, your person, has realised this now, and they are still in love with you, okay? But I feel that the emotional backlash, and I'm hearing the word backlash, let me know what this means, I'm just getting backlash, has almost put you off this connection for life, okay? Not that you don't love this person, not that you don't even miss this person, but the pain of being humiliated, I'm hearing the word humiliated, and put down, and almost, you know, there's a saying, isn't there, left for nothing, but you know what that means, you're just left. It's still too raw, okay? I feel that, you know, you could have forgiven them now to a certain extent, but when you think about this situation still, I feel there's still a lot of pain there, because your ex, the person that did this to you, was meant to love you and look after you, but they allowed this mother figure, could have been a sister or a person who felt that they were in control of your ex, and what they said had to go, ruined it. Okay, they ruined it. So is it too late? I'm going to see by the end of this reading, is your ex going to attempt to make contact with you? Okay, I feel that I'm not sure what to say. I feel they know it was wrong, okay? But I'm also hearing to tell you that the person who did this, who ruined your relationship, was very jealous, extremely jealous of what you had got. And I'm hearing to tell you that it didn't matter what this person had got in their own life, they could have had everything, a relationship, all of it, the material possessions, but nothing, and I'm not quite sure why. Let me know in the comments. There's nothing that this person could have had that would ever have stopped them wanting to interfere with your ex's life, okay? They just felt that they were there. So I feel that the mother figure, the female, is narcissistic, okay? And that is very difficult for you, because your ex let it happen, okay? So let's have a look. We'll see what's going on in your ex's energy. We'll see what their thoughts and feelings are for you today. And I know these will be love messages, okay? I'm going to be really clear. I know it's going to be love messages from them. And then how it's going to go. Are they going to make any contact with you? So let's have a look. Give these a shuffle. Let's see what their energy's like. Just while I'm shuffling though, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your comments. Please leave comments. I do read them, every single one of them. And if you'd like a reading, just click on the title of this video. Links below in the description box. Everything's on the website. Go check it out. And also check out the $1 reading as well that's up there. Okay, let's get into this. Got an itchy nose. Lies, 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 lies. Just the thing is though, the mother figure are narcissistic. I'm no expert, okay, I'm not a psychologist, but they don't tend to change. If they're truly narcissistic, they don't have the wherefore to actually have any self-reflection, okay? And I think for you are better off out of it, okay? I'm going to say that much at the moment. I'm just going to get another couple of cards. I've got one, and let me just read these three together. Whoa, right, okay. Your rising, I know it's their energy, but it is linked in. Okay, you're a queen rising, whether male, female, however you identify. You're stepping into your power. Okay, you're on the way up, as it were. Now, your ex is feeling this. Maybe you started ignoring them. Maybe they've tried contacting you and you're just maybe one-line sentences. But I'm hearing to say to you that they know that you don't particularly want them at the moment and you don't really give a damn. Okay. Because in their energy, we've got broke ass. So there could be finances going down. But broke ass for me can also mean that emotionally they're empty. Okay, there's nothing left. They have realised now with this card that came out, Forcer, okay, that this female figure, this mother energy, has forced things onto them and forced their way into your relationship. Okay, this is a real good card to come out because it's telling me, yeah, we're on track here. This is what this message is. Your ex realizes the mother figure forced it. Okay, they used force to get what they want. They wanted you out of the way. Simple. They wanted you out of the way. I'm going to have a little look at that other energy. They're highly jealous. I mean, anybody who does that, you know, people's relationships are their own business, really. You know, they really, really are. And anybody who thinks that they've got a right to say how it's going to go, your light irritated them, your personality, the fact that you are just genuine, okay, kind. You're not a gossip, you're not sitting around bitching, you don't moan about things that don't really matter. You know, this is a crazy enough world, and I feel that you just try and spread love and kindness. And please, please believe me, this really irritates some people. Some people just don't like it. They just don't like it. They will do anything to almost destroy you because they haven't got that within themselves. And especially narcissists, just the way they're wired, a whole nasty energy. Aha, moves in silence. Yeah, it was going on behind the scenes. Okay, you know who this person is. Okay, and you knew deep down, long before you and your ex fell out about it, long before you fell out about it, you knew that this person could not be trusted. But long before it all kicked off, as we say in the UK, this person was meddling. The odd passive, I'm hearing passive aggressive comments, okay? They were moving in silence, bit by bit, to ruin your relationship, okay? Yeah, you've dodged a bullet. I did say that earlier, you're better off where you are. I feel that. I think you've dodged it at the moment. I'm not saying, never say never. You know, tarot is just a reflection of the energy as when you see this, okay? But you've blocked the negativity, and basically it says here, you have escaped crazy people. This female, crazy. And also let me know in the comments, I feel this female is also protected by some other crazy people. All right, I feel that this female didn't act on their own. I feel there's maybe other relatives or other friends who are also not to be trusted. Okay, yeah, you really have. I just feel you've done the right thing. I honestly feel as you're hearing these words now, if it's your reading, don't make it fit. This is very specific. When you're hearing this, you kind of sometimes, you know, when you just feel that kind of twinge, because this pain ran deep. Yeah, your ex was somebody who did actually treat chaos as drama, okay? And you took a step back from that. You took a step back from it. Now, within their environment at the moment, it's almost like this card says your soul's left the meeting. I feel that your ex's soul has left the situation, even if they're still there physically. They're disconnected. I think they dread almost being in the room or in the energy of this person. But as I say, my favourite saying, they've dug a hole and there's no way out of it at the moment. Yeah, they are feeling the fact that you've blocked them, that you've cut them off. And I don't just mean physically, I mean energetically you've cut this person off, because going back to that Queen Rising card, we're all energy. You know, when you don't want somebody anymore, or, you know, you're just not interested, they want you more, okay? That's the paradox. We feel each other's energy. Now, your ex is feeling your energy, that you are moving on, you are doing your thing, you're looking after you, okay? I do feel for a while your ex was blaming everything but what was going on. They weren't willing to have the conversation with you. You sat down with them maybe once or twice, maybe more, but there was one particular conversation. I'm seeing water. And I'm seeing benches. I don't know if that means anything. But there was one conversation where you said, look, we need to discuss this. We need to sort this out. But instead of meeting you there, they started blaming everything else and possibly even you. They would not face it at all, okay? They wouldn't face it. But now they're overstimulated, they're panicking, and they're fed up, okay? They're fed up. Let's have a look at the tarot deck quickly in their environment. Oh my days. Wow. Oh, this tarot's on fire. That is the Empress in reverse, everybody. The Empress in reverse, one of the classic meanings is somebody with overbearing tendencies. It can be a classic card for interfering mothers, interfering female relatives, a mother figure who won't let somebody go. It can mean that, you know, if you're female and you're, you know, with a guy, that his mother's narcissistic and there's like a real weird mother-son dynamic going on. That's what it's clarified it, yeah. Your ex is still sat in the situation with somebody, and we know who it is, with overbearing tendencies, okay. That's it. This is the reason why. That's what ruined your relationship, not your ex's love for you. It was never about that, okay. Oh, well, interesting. Clarified by the Three of Pentacles, but I'm reading it in the excess, so it was three spokes to a wheel, too many cooks in the kitchen. One person thought they were better, maybe they had more money, maybe they had more, and they could pull the control strings, but they were always thinking they were better, possibly telling you and your person how to run your life, or just generally interfering. And I feel for you, it just became a building site. Nothing ever got finished, and your ex did not meet you halfway. They did not say, hey, yeah, let's talk about this. They pointed to everything else but what needed to be addressed, okay. Now, I do feel, though, this card crossing that today means your ex feels they're wasting their time now, that they're very disappointed. Nothing's happening. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I just feel really, this has happened possibly before with your ex, maybe with somebody else before they met you, okay? But it's all, yeah, they just let this person interfere. It's interfere. It could be the whole, it could be the whole family dynamic, okay? Let me see what they say to you. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. There you go, yeah. They have realised that they, oh, I don't know. They should have just said no. They should have put you first. Really, really. You know, there's a saying, isn't there? And it's not, you know, it doesn't matter how you identify, male, female, or however. It's just a saying. For me, it's an old-fashioned saying that just captures, you know, what is it? A son, you know, a son's a son until he takes a wife, kind of thing. It's basically an old-fashioned, very old-fashioned saying, but I'm trying to get it into words that when you meet somebody, then as either a mother or a relative or somebody else, that's their life to run, okay? You know, not to be interfering, that the two people together in the relationship, that's their relationship. And you have to, you know, you have to step back, you know, as a parent. You know, I'm a parent, older children, and you're there, obviously, and you are loving and kind, but you don't interfere, you know. But I feel that very much there was a lot of interference here. I really do care, even though I haven't shown it. They miss you, okay? They miss you, they miss you. I can't go another day without you. Now, I'm not saying they're going to get back in touch yet. They might do. But energetically, going back to this card, they are spiraling. They're spiraling because they're in this hole. They're stuck. And they've lost you. And they're not sure. I feel what's happened, it's like they've sobered up. Okay, let's use that analogy. You know, I'm not saying they've been drinking, but they've sobered up and the cold light of day has hit them. And they've realised the depth of the pain that was caused to you. And they know that you are such a good person. Would you ever want that again in your life? Would you ever want that again in your life? Okay, I'm just going to give these a shuffle. Right, okay. There is a possibility they will come back. Okay, the final card, I've got 3 here. The final one is the Page of Pentacles, so I do feel you will have some sort of message. Not lovey-dovey, more reaching out. Could be asking for some help. Because after a period of being in the Hangman energy, I've got the Tower. So, you know, let's keep it simple. All that hanging around, all that waiting, swinging back and forth, no communication, sat in victim mode. They've got a new perspective of it, and very suddenly they're going to make contact with you. Okay, now the Tower could mean that they're going to leave where they are. It could mean that things are going to drastically change. But they are coming out of a period of inertia. And the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming in relation to this is, whoa, there she is again. Different deck, the Empress and reverse. They're going to bring this situation down, okay? They're going to get in touch with you. It's going to be very, very sudden. I've got the Ace of Wands here. Okay, so there will be some communication out of the blue. They're still carrying a torch for you. Okay, they're still carrying a torch for you. Let me just see what other people would think of this before. I was going to wrap it up, but I'm being told what other people, not your ex, not you, what other people would think, and you know who I'm honing in on. Right, okay. I feel that the other person I've got the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. So I feel like the other person or the other people that ruin this relationship wouldn't be very, very happy. Okay, I feel that they would... see, the Five of Cups would just mean that they were sad and absorbed and grieving it. But the Five of Swords means that somebody wants to win at all costs because they don't like to lose. Okay, so that's why I think I was asked to read that. So just bear that in mind. But I do feel this person of yours will be back. One more. I think they've seen the dark side. Oh, well, no, they have with this person, yeah. Okay. I feel what they're going to say to you is that they've changed and they'll never go back. All right. Yeah, I think they will say they won't go back. They've changed. But the card I can see here for you is solitude. Okay, so your advice card is listen to your inner voice. Don't make any rash decisions. You don't have to. The ball is back in your court. You might listen to this and leave me a comment and say not a prayer, okay? Because there was a lot of pain there, all right? And I can feel it. And frustration and sadness that this should never have happened, okay? This should not have ended like this, okay? And for some of you, you will just reject this outright. Okay, so yeah, I feel that you want somebody now who's trustworthy and caring. Okay, I feel for some of you, you will only open the door of your heart for that. And sometimes too much damage has been done. Okay, it's not that we don't forgive or we don't move on. It's just that there are still residual, because everybody's situation, you know, watching is different, but there's still something very residual that although you have dealt with or you're dealing with, you don't ever want to feel like that again, okay? Which is absolutely what you should be doing, because you are amazing and you do come first and you are worthy of being treated in a beautiful, beautiful way, okay? You've only got, all of us, we've only got so much energy, we've only got so much time dancing on this planet, and to be pulled back and forth and manipulated by somebody who's just jealous, you know, it's almost, before I wrap this up, why would we waste our time? Okay, why would we waste our time? So I'll leave that with you. Take care, look after yourself. Okay, you're amazing, you're wonderful, and keep rising. Just keep doing you. Some days it's hard, some days it can be 2 steps back, but just keep putting one foot in front of the other, okay, and focus on you. All right, I love you and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.